Hi, welcome to the Scaringi Law Lunch Break, where you have the opportunity to learn a little bit about the law while you enjoy your lunch. My name is Kelly Walsh, and I'm an associate attorney at Scaringi Law. We're here as part of a video series on how to get the most from your personal income taxes after the implementation of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. In the last video, we talked a little bit about knowing your deductions and how those have changed. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about ways in which you can reduce the expenses that you can no longer itemize and deduct, assuming that you are one of the majority of people who is no longer going to be itemizing your deductions on your income taxes. One of the most common itemized deductions was state and local taxes, and that includes property taxes. Most people who own homes or who own real estate are well aware of the property taxes that come out with tax bills once a year for real property tax and school tax. If you have not looked into this at all, then you may actually be overpaying on your property taxes. First, it's important to understand how property taxes are determined. Property taxes are based on the value of your property. Periodically, your county conducts an assessment of various properties in your area, including your home. That assessment is used to determine the amount of tax based on a percentage rate or a millage rate. The higher your tax assessment, the higher your tax bill, because it's proportionate to the value of your home. If you look at your assessment and you think that there's something about that that is incorrect, that it's too high for some reason, you do have a right to appeal that and bring that down if an independent decision maker determines that you are correct, that your assessment should be lower. There is an annual deadline that's set by each county by which appeals need to be filed. Additionally, if there's a new assessment, then appeals need to be filed within 40 days after the new assessment. The appeal process is a judicial procedure. You are making an appearance before an independent decision maker who is equivalent to a judge, and you're presenting evidence. That may be expert witness reports, expert witness testimony, and various other evidence targeted towards determining the fair market value of your home. Now keep in mind that's not based on your ability to pay, it's based on what the actual value is. This is something where it very well may make sense for you to hire an attorney to come and represent you. And even though it does have some cost up front, there are long-term benefits of reducing that assessment on your house. Beyond the assessment, there are also some exclusions and exemptions and rebates that you may be able to qualify for depending on your circumstances. The most common one that almost everyone should qualify for is the homestead exemption or exclusion. Now, a homestead exclusion is based upon a property that you live in and use as your primary residence. Now, you don't automatically qualify for it, though. You have to file an application and it has to be approved. If you don't know about it and you don't know to submit that application, then you've been missing out on this exclusion. The exclusion reduces your taxes on your property, and this would be the school tax, based upon the revenue that the state directs to your county from gaming revenues. Now, the application deadline for the homestead exclusion is coming up very soon right now. It's coming up on March 1st. If you don't meet that deadline this year, keep in mind that that is something that rolls over every single year. There is a deadline to do that application next year if you don't file for it this year. And additionally, this is not something that you only file for once. It does have to be renewed every 3 to 5 years, and they will send you reminders once you have it. But in order to get it started, you do need to take the initiative and do that initial application. Another item that's available is the senior citizens property tax and rent rebate. Now, that's a rebate not only for property tax, but also rent if you are a senior citizen who's paying rent and therefore indirectly paying property tax to a landlord. This is something that is administered by the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue, and it's based on a combination of the taxpayer's age and their income. The standard rebate amount, which is based on a scale from your age and your income, can be up to $650. The way that this works is as a rebate. First, you pay the property taxes or you pay your rent. And then when the deadline comes along, you make sure that you have your application in for the rebate, and they'll send you back the portion that you're entitled to receive back as a rebate. Another item that some taxpayers may benefit from, and that's a very large benefit, is disabled veteran real estate tax exemption. If you or someone in your household who owns property is a disabled veteran, then you should contact your county Veterans Affairs Director in order to submit an application to be considered for this exemption. It can be up to a complete exemption from real property tax, which is huge for a lot of people. The qualifications are based on a combination of factors, which include whether there was a service-connected disability, the degree of disability, the service dates, and your financial need, and confirming that you were honorably discharged. In addition, if the disabled veteran passes away and has a surviving spouse, then the same discount is also available to the qualifying widow. If you have any tax questions or want help preparing your income taxes or applying for any of the benefits that we've just discussed, call Scaringi Law and schedule a consultation. I'll be glad to speak with you.